All right, hello guys. This is I've lost my voice, so I need you to bear with me. I apologize. It's going to sound a little weird, but I am going to jump right into the Unit 3 study guide for the interim summative assessment. So, of course, first things first, we are going to put our name, date. Today's date for me is the 29th. And I'm going to represent class period number 7 today. Class period number 7. All right, so the first problem says that Cameron is 4 years younger than Diana. This can be represented by the equation K equals D minus 4. K equals D minus 4. So if Diana is 11 years old, how old is Cameron? So what this wants us to do, guys, is to go ahead and use some substitution with an equation that's already been given to us. So let's see. We have D minus 4, and we just found out that D equals 11. So I'm going to put my parking space, and now I'm going to park in that parking space my 11. Okay? So, and this is just quite a simple math problem, isn't it? 11 minus 4 equals 7. So that means that Cameron's age, K, equals 7. And all of this work should be shown on your page as well. Let's look at number 2. DJ Tay, printed a 400-page report at a copy store that charged 10 cents per page to copy. She calculated the cost, C, to print by using the equation at C. The cost equals 10 cents times P. All right, so 10 cents times the number of pages. So where P represents the number of pages printed, what was DJ Tay's printing cost? So I have my 10 cents times P. So where that variable is, I'm going to put a parking space. And now I know I need to plug in that she printed 400 of those pages. All right. So my 10 cents times 400 pages, and you can pop that into the calculator pretty quickly. Show my calculator here. 0.10 times 400 will give us 40 pages. $40. So what was DJ Tay's printing cost? $40. All right, number 3. If R equals 7, what is the value of 3 times, and in parentheses, 4R plus 2, outside the parentheses, an exponent of 2, so it's squared. So again, this is another substitution problem here. So I'm going to rewrite my problem where I am putting a parking space for that variable. All right. And now I know that I need to put where that R is, I need to put 7. So according to the order of operations, P, E, M/D, A/S, I need to focus on those parentheses first. So inside the parentheses, I have a few things going on. So I need to also follow the order of operations inside of my parentheses. So I have 4 times 7, that gives me 28. So I'm just going to rewrite and bring everything down. I still need to focus on these parentheses. I'm not done yet. 28 plus 2 is 30. So I'm bringing everything down, including my little exponent. All right, so I am done solving things inside the parentheses. Now I just have a number 30 in there, so I am good with parentheses. Next, E for exponents. So I need to square this 30. So 30 squared, remember I said that before we can evaluate an exponent, first expand it. So 30 squared is 30 times 30. And that equals 900. Bringing down that 3. So now I have 3 times 900. Pop that into the calculator. I get 2700. So this equals a final answer of 2,700. All right, number 4. The equation A equals 6s squared can be used to calculate A, the surface area of a cube with the edge length of s. So using this equation, what is the surface area of a cube with an edge length of 7 inches? So what they basically just told us, dudes, is that s equals 7. All right, so now I need to plug that in. I need to use substitution and plug that right back in there. So I have my 6. Where I have my s, I'm going to put a parking space, pop my exponent on top there, and now I can park that 7 in that parking space. So remember PEMDAS, guys. I am going to first take care of this exponent. 7 squared, so that means I expand it. 7 times 7, which equals 49. Bring that down. So now I have 6 times 49. And when I pop that into my calculator, that gives me 294. So the surface area is 294. All right. Let's look at number 5. What is the value of A plus 4B minus 3C when A equals 9, B equals 3, and C equals 4? All right, so I got quite a few parking spaces to go ahead and get here. So I'm going to rewrite this, put in a parking space. Parking space for the A plus 4 times a parking space minus 3 times a parking space. All right, so now that first parking space is for A, and it says A equals 9, so I'm putting a 9 there. Next, 4 times B. What is B equals 3, so I'm putting a 3 there. Next is 3 times C. What does C equal? 4, so I'm putting my 4 in there. So now, according to PEMDAS, I need to go ahead. I don't have anything inside the parentheses to solve. I don't have any exponents, but I do have some multiplication, a couple multiplications here. So I'm going to go ahead and solve those first. So I have 4 times 3, which equals 12. I have 3 times 4, which equals 12. All right. So now I am left with subtraction and addition, and remember that I do whatever comes first from left to right. So I'm going to do my addition here. 9 plus 12 is 21. Bring down the rest of my expression. 21 minus 12, that equals 9. So my final answer is 9. Let's flip it over. All right, number 6, write an expression that matches 9 less than twice C. So the first thing I'm going to do is notice here that less than tells me to do something. Less than tells me to subtract. But I also need to notice that less than is a joker phrase. So what that means is whatever was over here and my final answer needs to go over there. Whatever was over here and my final answer needs to go over there. They need to swap. So I know that less than is subtraction. I know that I'm swapping my 9. So my 9 is going to come over here. And this twice C has to come over here. So twice C, twice means times 2. So times 2 times C will be 2C. So my final is 2C minus 9. All right, number 7. Mr. Cannon started the school year with 31 students in his class. If X students moved out of his class, write an expression that represents the number of students left in his class. All right, so we could just do this exactly the way it sounds, write our math sentence exactly how it's presented here. So he started off with 31 students. They moved out of his class. This is where we have to do some thinking here, because if we're moving out, what operation are we doing? Well, if kids are moving out, I know they're not being added to the class. They're being subtracted from the class. And it says X students. That means we don't know how many students. So there it is. This is the expression we would use to find out the amount of students that are left in his class. All right, number 8. Write an expression that represents 8 times the sum of n and 4. So let's break this down. First, I see times. That's a key word. That's for multiplication. And so 8 times what? Here's what they want us to times that 8 by. The sum of, and remember sum of is for addition. The sum of what? N and 4. So I know that I'm adding n plus 4. And then it wants me to times that by 8. And boom, there we have it. All right, number 9. Translate this phrase into an algebraic expression. 6 less than the product of 6 and a number m. So let's go ahead and look at a few of these keywords here. So less than tells me to subtract, but is a joker phrase. All right. So that means this 6 is going on the other side of the subtraction. All right. And what is going to go over here? The product of, and remember, product of is telling us, hey guys, we're going to multiply. The product of what? 6 and a number m. So 6 times m. So this gives me 6m minus 6. All right, and the last one. Write an expression that represents the quotient of, all right? And so this is giving us a big hint that what we're dividing here. The quotient of what? The sum of a number, r and 3. So sum of a number is telling me that we are adding what? R and 3. So let me do that first. R plus 3. And then they want us to do what? Divide it by 8. So that's the quotient they're looking for. So r plus 3 divided by 8. All right, guys, you got this. I hope this study guide has been helpful to you. Please rewatch this so that you are fully prepared and confident for tomorrow's exam. Have a great day.